Well, this is just the life of a traveler. Sometimes a monkey crawls down your shirt.
One of the things Michelle and I wanted to do while we were in Iquitos, Peru, was make a visit to Isla de los Monos, or Monkey Island. This is an island in the middle of the Amazon River where monkeys that were being kept illegally as pets were brought so that they could be rehabilitated and reinstated into the wild if possible. But because many of the monkeys there had been previously kept as pets, they tended to like people. So a trip to the Isla de los Monos was a chance to play with monkeys. And we definitely wanted to play with monkeys. And if we could do so and at the same time support the work of returning as many monkeys as possible to the wild, it sounded like a win-win to us. We told the woman at the front desk of our hotel that we wanted to go visit Isla de los Monos independently, and through a little bit of a laugh, she told us that it would be an adventure. But the directions seemed simple enough. First, grab a tuk-tuk and head to the produce market. There, we could make our way to the back and find the port. Well, when we got to the market, we headed down the stairs to the port. It was like descending into a world of chaos. A network of wood planks stretched out across the muddy banks of the river, making for some interesting navigation. There was certainly no English anywhere. In fact, we were clearly the only non-locals at the port. There also wasn't any information anywhere in Spanish, so we did what we usually do in these situations. We randomly picked a boat, made our way to it, and asked if it was going where we wanted to go. And then, when inevitably it was the wrong boat, we depended on the kindness of strangers to show us the correct place for us to be. Oddly enough, this always seems to work out. Eventually, anyway.
So we're now on a boat. Yeah, I mean, I said we're trying to get to the island of monkeys, and so I tried to speak Spanish with the guy who was kind of the controller for the boat. I don't know what he said, but when I said La Isla de los Monos, he nodded and pointed, so everything always works out. So hopefully we're gonna leave soon because the boat is just about full, and I think this is one of those the boat leaves when it's full type of things. We hope we know where to get off, but we're not totally sure.
Eventually, we pushed back from the dock, and we were so excited to be on our way. The captain got ready to fire up the engines. But unfortunately, things didn't work quite, let's say, smoothly from there.
The guy driving the boat just stepped away from the steering wheel, stepped out onto the bow, and then jumped onto the roof of the boat. I don't know what he's doing. No one's driving the boat. Boat broke. We're dead in the water. We're magically spinning around right now. We're choking in the smoke because the engine is smoking.
For about the first half of our trip from Iquitos to the Isla de los Monos, the boat would work for a while and then would break down, and then would work for a while and then would break down. It was a little bit frustrating, but I just tried to take a cue from the locals. It seemed like this was all just a regular old Tuesday to them. We are at our stop. Now follow this guy. It turned out that there was a man on the same boat that we were on who worked at the Isla de los Monos, and he was heading from Iquitos back to the island. And he kind of took us under his wing and made sure that we didn't get lost and went the right direction. And as so often we find in our travels, there was a local who just wanted to make sure that we had a fantastic time exploring his home country. So we set off for the very first time on a walk through the Amazonian rainforest. It was exciting. We even found a set of leafcutter ants that were marching across the trail. There were a set of signs that counted down how many minutes you had left until you reached the Isla de los Monos headquarters. Once we got to the headquarters, they had us wash our hands really well, and then they assigned us a guide. The guide took us out onto the island looking for the wild monkeys, and we saw several, like this tamarin. We also saw this three-toed sloth. We saw many sloths during our time in the Amazon, but we never got closer than we did to this little guy. The sad part of the trip to the Isla de los Monos is to see the adult male monkeys that need to be kept in cages because they're too aggressive to run freely on the island anymore. This is one of the wild titi monkeys that roams the island. After exploring the jungle looking for the wild monkeys, we came back to the compound where we saw the monkeys that were habituated to humans. This little woolly monkey immediately caught our eye. We walked over to the tree he was crawling around in and just watched him. He had huge eyes and was absolutely adorable. Eventually, Michelle reached out her hand, and the monkey just took it and came right to her, laid his head down on her shoulder, and held on to her. We would soon learn that not all the monkeys were as mellow and relaxed and snuggly as this little one, and he remained a favorite.
You can with them, yeah, he likes bite ear.
He likes to bite ears?
Yes.
Soon, we were approached by two young monkeys that just wanted to play. They wrestled with each other, they climbed up and down our bodies. If you turned your back and walked under a tree, it was likely that a monkey would come flying out of that tree and land on your shoulder. And let me tell you, that is exactly as fun as it sounds. We had a blast playing with these guys, and it seemed like they had fun too. Oh yeah, did I mention that these monkeys were constantly trying to work their way inside of our shirts?
there's a monkey in my shirt. Yeah. Where are you going? No biting! No biting! No biting! Ouch! His tooth went in my nostril. Oh, here he goes again. Well, this is just the life of a traveler. Sometimes monkey crawls down your shirt. I mean, it's like 90 degrees, but what are you gonna do? There's a monkey crawling down your shirt. Yeah. Okay. There.
Here it comes.
At this point, we had 3 different species of monkeys playing with us and with each other. We asked the guide if it was normal for the different species of monkeys to interact like this in the wild, and he said it wasn't. In fact, they would only do this while they were young. Once they reached adulthood, they probably wouldn't play with each other, interact with each other like this. They would stick with their own kind. But while they were little, they didn't care if they were different species. There might be a lesson in that somewhere.
We're kind of getting up to leave, and then this monkey crawled on my shoulders. So we just spent an hour playing with monkeys. It was so fun. Yeah, it was happy birthday for Michelle. So now we're walking back. We think maybe the same way that we came, the same trail as when we got here. So we're gonna go back and see if we can get back to Iquitos. If not, we're gonna live here with the monkeys.
Forever.
So we got on a small boat that was just kind of hanging out here when we got back to the Amazon from the monkeys. and it's going to take us to the place where we can get the boat like the one we came on back to Iquitos. We think. Sitting in a crowded boat that's not moving. Michelle's favorite thing to do. Yeah. But this will get us back to Iquitos. As long as we have enough cash to pay for the fare, which I'm not 100% sure we do.
That's right.
I can get back. I don't know about her.
Still here.
An update in the life of the boat goes when it's full.
We're still here.
We're still here. I think we've been here for
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Feels like 4 days. I would say 4 days. Feels like 4 days. So we're still sitting here waiting, but watch this. I just put my fingers in the Amazon River. My fingers are wet with Amazon water. We're moving. Here we go. Dear diary, our boat broke again. We're moving. Yes. Dear diary, I spoke too soon. Our boat is still broke. The driver is making light of the situation, and everyone on the boat who understands what he's saying is laughing. So I assume we're not about to die and become devoured by piranha. But you never know. It does smell a little bit like wet feet right here. We've run aground.
Mira.
Guess what?
2024.
Boat broke. We stopped for gas, so we got some gas. But now the engine won't turn back on. We're so close. We could swim to shore and walk back. But Michelle doesn't want to do that, so. Well, this is just the life of a traveler.